Hello and welcome to the final episode of Aquaria, and the lead up to the boss is statues of bosses and races we met.
That little octopus looks pretty funny.
Remember, Mythala said Naija is the child of the 13th. And there are 13 statues here.
We have not run into that one.
He spoke, and his voice was forever burned into my memory, in perfect detail.
Your darkness is mine, little one. Your life is mine. I created all that you have witnessed, and though you have struggled and fought, it is all for nothing. This world is my canvas. I will paint upon it whatever I see fit, until I have completed my masterpiece. You, little Naija, are flawed, but you come from one who is perfection. You will be my companion for the rest of eternity. You will have the honor of witnessing my final masterpiece.
But I am a conscious being, with my own hopes and desires. I do not belong to you.
Yet it all sprang from my mind, my efforts, ungrateful one. Bow before me and worship your creator.
No, I will not. I have lived free. I've explored beyond.
You have been allowed to play in my world. Now your turn is over. You will love me and nothing else.
But have you ever truly loved? Has anyone ever willfully loved you?
You love an aberration, a foul symbol of chaos.
Why does such a small creature frighten you so? Perhaps you're not as powerful as you claim. Perhaps you can only control what lies in the water.
Fool! I am a god!
Perhaps you dream to be. But I will never worship you.
Then you must die.
The contrast between the two parts of his voice is very creepy.
Mm-hmm. This is the creator. The being that built and...
So he creates his ideal woman, basically, who then, dies. And then he's like, she had a kid. Good enough. Like a creepo.
The first phase is him spawning, him shooting lasers, and us shooting him in the face until second phase.
Ah, his face fell off! Ah, Lee!
Ah, tentacles!
What if you were in, the mystic form?
Dual form?
Yeah.
I believe it, when the cutscene happens, you split into normal form. These projectiles will poison you, which is a pain.
Poison pain?
Yes.
You're dodging them pretty well, and as soon as I say that...
I take a hit, yeah.
His tentacles look like earthworms.
Yeah, kinda. Here I do something stupid. Oh, there's leeching cultures. Yeah, no, I wasted one. Also, he can grab you and throw you around, which is not fun. music for the boss fight is split up into like each phase, though it's all on the same music track. And it is appropriately good and boss-like.
Oh man, now he shoots lasers.
Yeah, he didn't do that a whole lot this run, for some reason. I've had practice runs where he does it a lot more.
His noggin can take quite the beating.
Hey, now he's dead.
No, he moves on to phase 3!
That's phase 3.
That is terrifying. Glad I can leave that to you.
And I can leave it to my past self. Oh, it's getting darker.
Don't look at me, I'm hideous.
Phase 3 is chasing him through the dark. Because we can't deal damage right now. Or at least directly to him.
If those little chomper guys are like in the background, in the next like area, as you fight him, that would be
They aren't,
hard.
but you know that would have. I think that would have made this phase a little more interesting. Actually.
Have you noticed the colors on the tentacles in the background?
Yes, I think those correspond to the notes of the Mother song, but I'm not sure. They might be the first bar or the first 4 notes. Now we are in the area where we can start dealing damage, but we have to find him first. The music actually gets louder as we get closer to him. There he is! Now he'll try to bite at us, and when his mandibles are open, we can deal damage to that green eyeball. And then he runs away!
Run like a punk.
Or
He doesn't know which way to go.
I'm actually looking at the health now, and I don't think running into him at this point deals damage. Because my health didn't go down, even though I got like hit 4 times there. There's actually a verse plant towards the bottom of this arena that has a Dumbo ice cream to boost your light radius. I forgot
Yeah,
to
and
pick
you're
it up.
not actually taking damage.
Yeah. No, I took a little bit. Yeah, this is one of the easier phases. You just have to play hide and seek. And get knocked over like a train.
More like a 1995 Civic hatchback. He's not
That's
doing much
oddly
damage.
specific.
They were very light cars.
Where do you go? Where do you go?
I don't know. You tell me.
There he is. I've already mentioned how much I like the sound design in this game, but I'm going to say it again. The sound design in this game is great.
Yes.
Now that we've hit him enough, he'll flee into this chamber.
Is this like phase 4,
Not quite.
you say?
You need to hit him a couple more times before phase 4.
Uh-huh.
There is a phase 4.
Spoilers!
Have you noticed that there's a face on his back?
Yes. His true form. Ah, gross. Ah, he's naked. Gross.
It's like a puppet. This phase is Simon Says. You have to play back the 3 notes that he throws at you to deal damage. If you miss one or get hit by one of the projectiles, you won't take damage. Nope. I kind of wish this part of the song or the theme was longer. It's a very short loop. Hey, we won!
There's still that face in the background.
Oh yeah. Now are you ready?
No. Whoa, we're in space! Oh god!
There's Lee. One of his eyes is hidden behind a plate. We're gonna reveal that.
Oh god! It's awful!
What you need to do now is light this thing up, and then shoot it a lot. Ah! You can only deal damage to that thing when it's lit up.
Like, eyeball socket is like... What are you doing?
I'm forgetting a step in the process. I'm supposed to shoot it, not try to bind it.
Yeah, I'm wondering why you keep trying to bind his eyeball.
The process is light, use sun form, make it glow, then shoot it a bunch. Sometimes you have to go back to sun form and light it up again because it'll stop glowing.
Heal yourself.
Get hit right in the face and heal yourself again.
Ice cream tasty.
And once you shoot it enough... Oh, no, I didn't shoot it enough. Once you shoot it enough, it turns black.
Gross.
Yeah, what's grosser?
You pull it apart.
We pull it out. We take his eyeball.
And then you swim in the hole!
And Lee's free. Also, there's a face in his chest.
Oh gosh.
It shoots a laser.
Yeah.
But now we have Lee back and we can go into dual form. But we don't have the enemies to kill to gain power. But when the face opens, you can't actually shoot it with energy form. But we do want to shoot that face.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you can deal damage with energy form. And it might be actually easier. You can only deal damage in the brief second between the mouth opening and the laser firing. But once you deal damage, he spawns Mutilus. Which is his downfall, because now we can charge. If I can hit them. And if they don't get hit by his projectiles, because those will kill them too.
Aha! Charged up now.
Yep.
Say hello to my little friend. I did it too early.
No, you can use the scream at any point to deal damage to him directly.
Oh.
But he's a boss. You can't just do one and done it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that
It's
makes
3
sense.
hits. That's just boss design.
Heal thy
It's time to
soul.
use it.
Loaf of life.
Alright, charged again.
Taken.
One more.
It's weird how you're like in space,
Space?
but underwater.
Yeah. Perhaps it's a mind. We're inside his mind. But now we're charged. We're gonna look him right in the eye.
Take that. Oh, gross. Come on, man. Nothing to fall apart over. Ah, the little ghost kid.
Mm-hmm.
On that day, everything changed. Everyone I ever loved was taken away in an instant. I should have died with them. Instead, I was brought back. The spirit that gave me life stayed inside me. It became a part of me. I had so much power. I could create anything I desired. I was so lonely, so I tried to make friends. But they had minds of their own. It made me jealous. I wanted to feel loved again. I remembered the time I felt the happiest. My mother's song. So simple. So beautiful. I could never remember the chorus. Only the verse. It haunted me. I tried to get rid of the song, but it only spread through everything I made. So I tried to make her. She was so beautiful in my mind, but the ones I brought back were never the same. Until I made Mia. But
she was too perfect. She left me, and she made you. There are still many things you don't know, Naija. You may still be able to find her. There's been so much anger, so much beauty, for hundreds of years. But it all feels like a dream. I think it's time to stop dreaming now. Sing me to sleep. Sing to me like she did.
That's a sad end.
Yep, so the boy from the intro should have died.
But instead he became God.
And was lonely.
So is this all the same end?
I'll point out when the first ending will be the ending you get without all of the boss memories. But this part is the same for each, or for both. Hey, look! They're back! Oh yeah.
That poor guy just... Now what? Oh, gross, you have that dude's skull!
No, I have his dad's skull.
You got that dude's dad's skull!
Yeah.
His dad comes back without a head.
Oh.
Dad?
Yeah, walkers. And Junior. They like him too.
They're still creepy. They're dopey, but they're long legs.
As the waters flowed past me, I could feel my mind sinking away from adventure. To a husband. To a family. Though my long journey was complete, and the world restored to the balance of nature, I could not help but be drawn back time and again to the vivid memories of my adventures.
It's okay, you hoarded enough stuff, Naija.
The strange and marvelous places I'd visited, the fantastic creatures I'd encountered, and the spirits I'd freed. Perhaps a part of me still lingered in the past, floating amongst the shadows of forgotten ages. I longed for the feeling of discovering new waters, striving for a destination that lay just beyond the next wave. It would never come again.
The sequel to this game is like a shopkeeper game where she sells all the stuff she's hoarded.
Time for credits.
Aha!
So,
Yes.
mentioned before, but Derek, you and Alec Holka went on to do other indie games that are quite good, like Spelunky and Night in the Woods. I believe Holka also worked on Towerfall. The other principal person who works on this game, the voice of Naija, Jenna Sharp, hasn't really had any voice acting credits that are notable.
Yeah.
Like, I looked up her website, and according to her resume, I think she's worked for like Blizzard and other game companies. But I don't think she's ever had a major role other than Naija. Also, I found out on her Twitter that she is an alt-right person.
She is a what?
She is hardcore alt-right.
Ah.
Okay, there were two other voice actors, but one of them was Holka, so I don't think that counts. I do like that they got Jenna to sing the credits. There's actually a bonus track on the OST, which was too long to include anywhere else because it's 9 minutes long. And it is a full vocal song. You could find it on Holka's Bandcamp, and I would recommend it if you want to listen to more music in Aquaria.
Greg and Deb for believing. Other two people for doubting.
Well, I mean, as a game designer, you need someone to poke holes in your ideas.
True.
Nope, that didn't happen. You didn't see a loop.
Alright, so the game's over, right?
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Wait, hold. Hey. Wait for it. There we go. And if I hadn't replaced the Aquarian alphabet with the actual alphabet, this would be Aquarian. This game is 10 years old.
You have reached an end, but it is not all that I have to share. You've become lost along the way, concerned only with the immediate facts. Return to the waters and follow the trails hidden in my memories. The story of my childhood. Find me before the world is lost. My son.
That was the ending you get if you don't have all of the memories.
Mm-hmm.
And now we pick up right after the credits when you do have all the memories. So essentially the setup is, on the home screen, or the menu, which you saw very briefly the first video,
yeah.
You see Naija in a blue crystal. And we know that from when we went to the Song Cave and touched a crystal with an Illyrian in it, we learned memories about the Illyrians. The story isn't being told by Naija to us. It is being told by Naija to her son.
Oh. Well, I mean, that makes sense because, you know, the final land is like my son.
Yes. Who, according to the game files, is named Lucian.
So there's quite a little bit of extra content here.
Yes.
The
There's
lack
only-
of any music is kind of like
Disconcerting.
creepy. Yeah. In fact, all this spiky stuff is
Yeah.
here too.
So what's left? What's the one mystery left in Aquaria?
I don't know.
Well, we found out about the creator, what he did, where he came from, what he was after. But where did Naija come from?
Oh,
Naija, you've finally arrived.
Finally. Who are you? Mother?
I have a name, you know. Mia, he used to call me. His perfect little creation.
Mother,
Shh, come here. Quiet now. All is well. He's dead.
I killed him, but he was just a little boy.
Little boys are trouble, Naija.
I searched so long to find you. Why didn't you tell me who you were?
Oh, Naija, you silly girl. I always knew where you were. I was the one that wiped your memory.
What? Why?
It's quite simple. You never would have become what you are now if I hadn't.
What I am now. I'm a mother with a family.
Naija, you're in love with a human. One could hardly call a human a real person. No, you and I are meant for greater things, my child. A mother. Ha.
Let me go.
Oh, no, my dear. What would you do, spend the rest of your life underwater, burping babies and changing diapers? It's time we rose above it all, my child. There are much greater worlds above, ripe for the taking. With our power combined, we'll be unstoppable.
very evil.
Mia, I'm done. I'm done with fighting. I'm done with killing. I just want to go back to my family.
Silly girl. You crave adventure. If you didn't, you wouldn't have ended up here. Constantly searching, seeking out answers, and killing. That's what you do, my dear.
No, let me go back. Let me go!
Oh, there. It'll probably be easier for you if I remove your consciousness for a time. Ah, there we are. We wouldn't want anyone tracing any more of your memories now, would we? There's a good girl.
She was the true evil.
Yep. And there's
Oh.
Lucian. From what I learned about BitBlot, the studio that Alec and Derek made to produce Aquaria, they had another game in the works, a music track from which is included in the OST for Aquaria, called Marion. From what I found, Marion was going to be a game about a marionette that has her strings cut and must use those as a puzzle explorer. Unfortunately, Marion was canceled around 2013 and BitBlot was dissolved. Alec and Derek went their separate ways. And it doesn't seem like there's going to be a sequel to Aquaria. Hate being a downer, but there's just going to be a cliffhanger.
Them's the breaks.
But now you've seen all of it. What do you think?
The end. Well, it is kind of a bummer that, you know, it ends on, like, kind of a cliffhanger.
And, like, the hook is really good, because, like, you can set up like, a completely new game with that premise.
Especially with him flying off, it's like, oh, hey, there, it's, you know...
We're gonna have...
You're Aquaman, and you can dive, and, you know, underwater
and above water stuff. I think that would have been a really cool idea. We would have gotten to see more of the world. I do have one more question. If you had to pick between an old game or a gross game, what would you do?
An old game.
Okay. One more thing. The thread title comes from a silly thing. Did you know that you can mod Aquaria?
Really?
There's a mod editor, and there's a couple of sample mods that come prepackaged with the game.
Spin all the songs in the game.
There's a template, a tutorial, a test map, and the jukebox, which allows you to listen to all of these song files in the game. One of which is where the thread title comes from. It's not in the game proper.
Yeah.
Jibber jabber and get out of the water. Quit your jibber jabber and get out of the water. Quit your jibber jabber and get out of the water.
I can only assume that this was a test file.
It sounds like it. It's kind of like how in shooters, usually the test audio is a guy going pew.
Yep, that was Aquaria. Thank you for enjoying this Let's Play, and I hope you enjoyed watching it.
Yes.
I'm Breadmaster.
I'm Gibby Jones. Until our next game.